Yes. If you can use less, it will be good.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I'm likely to use less.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable members. IPCF appreciates this opportunity to engage with the committee on a matter of national significance, which directly affects industrial harmony, fiscal sustainability, and the continuity of learning and research in our public universities. With regard to the funding of 2017-2021 collective bargaining agreements, IPCF would respond and state as follows. Number one, that following the signing of the 2017-2021 CBAs on 28th of October 2019, the government disbursed 8.8 billion between financial years 2020-2021 and financial year 2021-2022 to facilitate implementation across the 38 public universities and constituent university colleges that benefited from the said CBAs. Chair, during the subsequent technical engagements, IPCF and the three trade unions, that is WASU, KUSU, and GUDHEA workers, jointly determined that full implementation of the said CBA would require 16.57 billion, inclusive of the employer pension component. A joint verification exercise coordinated by the Ministry of Education was conducted by SRC and IPCF between 18th and 21st of October 2025. The exercise confirmed a reconciled and verified outstanding balance of Kenya shillings 7.944 billion as the amount required to fully implement the CBA 2017-2021. Subsequently, the Joint Negotiations Committee, comprising IPCF and the three trade unions, formally adopted the said amount at a meeting held on 24th October 2025 at Machakos University. Consequently, Chair, there is no dispute on the balance of 7.944 billion required to fully settle the 2017-2021 CBAs. It is notable that during the meeting of 24th October 2025, IPCF invited the three unions not only to deliberate and agree on the outstanding amount for full implementation of the 2017-21 CBAs, but also to agree on two other things. One, the payment plan for outstanding arrears arising from the 2017-2021 CBAs, and number two, a return to work formula for WASU and KUSU to ensure that normalcy would return to the public university sector. In the said meeting, IPCF, having consulted with the parent Ministry of Education, proposed to the three trade unions that the outstanding arrears be paid installments. However, the trade unions insisted on immediate one-off payment for the 2017-2021 CBA arrears. Further, the two trade unions, WASU and KUSU, declined to call off the industrial action. They were categorical that they will only call off the strike or resume work when two conditions are fulfilled. That is, one, the outstanding arrears of 2017-2021 CBA are fully settled, and two, the 2025-2029 CBA is negotiated, signed, registered, and implemented. Honorable Chair, the matter of funding has since been referred to the relevant government organs for consideration of appropriate funding modalities and for administrative and budgetary review. Therefore, Chair, just to emphasize that there is no more a dispute between the unions and IPCF. All that is required is for payment of the agreed amounts. With regard to the status of 2025-2029 collective bargaining agreement, IPCF would like to state that each of the three trade unions submitted their CBA proposals for 2025-2029, which were duly acknowledged by IPCF, as we have already illustrated in the table, and the figures We received WASU proposal on 3rd February 2025, KUSU proposal on 13th February 2025, and KUDHEA workers on 27th February 2025, and we duly acknowledge them. In accordance with the SRC guidelines, Honorable Chair, on collective bargaining agreements, IPCF is required to submit to SRC the documents that we have received together with our recommendations. And therefore, we submitted to SRC these documents on 10th of June 2025. And what we submitted to SRC were individual union demand proposals and also the consolidated recommendations by IPCF on what we were proposing to offer the unions. The SRC, Honorable Chair, responded via its letter dated 25th of September 2025, and that provided the negotiation parameters, or what is commonly called beacons, and a further guidance of the letter further guidance was provided by SRC letter dated 6th of October. Honorable Chair, I would like this Honorable House to note that between the time we received our proposals and what we submitted to SRC, there was a lull because of absence of the commissioners. Here, having received the responses of the unions to our counter proposal, IPCF has analyzed the advisories received from SRC and have subsequently prepared counter offers, which it prepared counter offers which were tabled before the respective unions between February 10th and Friday 10th, Saturday 11th, and Sunday 12th of October. Honorable Chair, IPCF received responses and appeals from the 3 trade unions on the dates as indicated. Subsequent to receiving the appeals of the trade unions, IPCF has analyzed these responses, and IPCF has developed appropriate counter responses to the unions, and IPCF is currently undertaking the process of consultations with the relevant government and constitutional organs, subsequent to which, Honorable Chair, the final phase of the ongoing negotiations with the trade unions will be concluded. IPCF continues to act swiftly and strictly within the guidelines given by SRC and in consultation with the relevant government agencies. And IPCF Chair will continue to work collaboratively with all relevant stakeholders to ensure lawful, transparent, and sustainable implementation. Here, we have made a small reflection on litigation proceedings in relation to the 2017-2021 CBAs and 2025-2029 CBAs. Upon commencement of the industrial action by the 3 trade unions, IPCF proceeded to court. Subsequently, the court issued orders interdicting the strike on 17th and 18th September 2025 for KUDHEA workers and the WASU and KUSU respectively. The said orders were further extended on 15th of October 2025 for the matters of WASU and KUSU, and we have provided an annexure of those orders. The orders of the Employment and Labor Relations Code also directed the parties to a conciliation process under the auspices of the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, as our partners have mentioned. The conciliation meeting took place on 24th of September 2025, and the report of the conciliator dated 30th September 2025 was subsequently filed in court, and we have provided Annexure 3 of the same. The Employment and Labor Relations Court has, in the intervening period, indicated that in the absence of any consent agreement between IPCF and the 2 trade unions of WASU and the KUSU, a ruling has been set down for 11th of December 2025. However, Honorable Chair, it is important to note that KUDHEA workers had suspended their industrial action on 19 September 2025 after the Industrial Labor Relations Court interdicted their industrial action on September 17th of September 2025. And thereafter, the dispute was amicably settled through a consent adopted dated 15th October as the judgment of the court on 22nd October 2025, and we have presented an annex here. Honorable Chair, the IPCF prays and implores this committee on three things. These are our prayers. Number one, we implore the committee to take cognizance of the ongoing strike, which continues to disrupt teaching, learning, and research across the public universities, and to support all efforts aimed at restoring industrial harmony. Our second prayer, Chair, is that we implore this honorable committee to support the Ministry of Education, the National Treasury and Economic Planning, and SRC in providing the requisite budgetary allocation so that we can dispose of the issues at hand. And the third and final prayer to this honorable committee, Chair, we implore the committee to take note of the court orders issued by the Industrial Labor Relations Court, as well as the inordinate suffering that the disruption of teaching and learning has continued to inflict on public university students, and implore WASU and KUSU to call off the ongoing industrial action to allow the resumption of normal university operations in the public interest. I submit, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Professor Barasa. I think you have used actually less minutes. And from your submissions and even the submissions of WASU, you look like you are at a point of convergence. What you are saying, what they are saying, I'm not seeing any conflict.
There's no conflict whatsoever.
Especially on monies, it is now about how to implement what you have arrived at. Is it? And I think
I confirm that,
Honorable. Okay. National Treasury.